I've learned that you have your own diary. And you tell me that you always take note for what you do every day. What does diary mean to you?
Diary is like when anything happens to your lives, any day, it's like the diary is saving your life from those problems and mistakes that you make in your lives in each day. And if we write a diary on every mistakes and every problems or anything we do in our lives, you can also put the solutions of the problems and the mistakes. And in the future, you will know how to solve those problems and mistakes.
So how does the diary exactly help you?
Sometimes when I write a book, I need the diary because sometimes I write a book about myself, and if I don't write the diary, I will not know what I do in each day. When I had my first diary, they noticed that I had a diary, so they started to follow me, and maybe a few people writes their diary every day and some people don't. But I think my teacher also writes her diary in her computer. Yes.
Do you remember when you started your diary?
3 months.
3 months ago.
3 months ago.
Do you or your friends share each other the importance of having diary in your class?
Sometimes, because when they first write their diary, they ask me the importance of writing a diary, and we share to each other like our experience or our like mistakes and problems and what we do, and then we share to each other and we write each of our diaries. And now, like, my classmates know the importance of diary.
In the future, what are you going to do with your diaries that you have?
I'm going to share it to anyone that does.
You share the diary, or you share the stories in the diary as experience?
I share the stories of the diaries as experience to the ones that has the experience like me, so that they can solve and make their experience like much better.
I've learned that you are always busy with your class, both morning and afternoon. And you also bring your homework to home every day. And then you have your lunch time and you have your homework time, and you have also some housework time at home. I was wondering when you can write your diary.
At school, so the experience I have a lot is at school, not really much at home.
So you write your diary at school?
Yes, I write my diary at school because sometimes when I come back home, I don't remember. So when it's class time, I listen to my teacher, and I had a lot of experience, so at break times, and I have 2 break times, so that's enough for me to write my diary in just 1 break time. So when I write my diary, it's at break time. When I come home, I don't really remember some stuffs. Like sometimes when I eat something at lunch, I usually forgot what I eat. So to avoid not remembering what to write in my diary, I just when I'm copying the lesson and I had time because I copied already, I started writing my diary. Yeah.
Well, usually kids like you in the young age wants to have fun around in the break time in school, but you take your break time to write your diary. Don't you think it is boring for you to write diary?
It's not boring for me because sometimes my teacher don't let us play in class. And for breakfast, I eat in the first break time, and for the second, I write my diary because I have time to write my diary for the second break time. And sometimes it makes me feel happy when I write my diary because it expresses my feelings.
Have you faced any challenges during writing your diary in the break time? Because I imagine that some of your friends might come and call you out for pleasure activity outside. So what's that then?
For that, I have 15 minutes for break time. So if my friends ask me to have a playtime with them, I will say that I will only play with them for 10 minutes, and for 5 minutes I write my diary.
How about at home? What time are you available to write your diary?
The time that I'm available to write my diary is when I come back from my school. It's 1 to 5. When I came back from school, I will eat like some snacks outside, and I take a shower, and while waiting for the dinner to be to be served or to be ready, I write my diary.
Do you take diary with you when you go on holiday somewhere inside or outside the province?
I don't really take my diary to when I travel. I just take like a normal piece of paper, and when I go somewhere I note what I do, and when I come back home I will like describe the notes.
Copy from note into diary.
Yes.
Thank you so much. What are your final words before we end the discussion?
My final words is that if you write a diary, we just don't write it like notes. We do it like long sentences, like one paragraph, but not really long, just normal, like 3 or 4 sentences, that's enough.